move forward with our agenda. Again, thank you everyone for providing your testimony, whether it's oral testimony or written testimony. Again, I just would like to emphasize that the Institute Senate is the body that the University of Hawai'i Manoa, and we definitely are taking into account both sides to this resolution. We are doing our best to serve you guys, and during this time now, we will be doing that, and we just hope that Mr. Price is in that whatever decision. So with that said, moving down to the Senate. Alright, so now we will begin our discussions on Senate Resolution 7-13, and before we move forward, all of the changes that were made in the SDRs pertaining to the Senate Resolution 7-13 now apply to the actual resolution. Senator.
Motion to add in a be it resolved after the third be it resolved saying ASUH does not support the digging up and removal of mokuna in order to respect and support Hawaiian culture and beliefs.
All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Senator Kwan.
Okay, I just wanted to formally introduce our resolution. So Senate Resolution 07-13, the stance is in support of the Honolulu Rail Transit Project, given that transparency and organized plans are ensured and satisfied at all steps of the project. So this resolution is a resolution in favor of rail, but it's rather an urging the city to have transparent plans to be organized. We're not, if you look at the resolution, the fourth be it resolved, we clearly state that the ASUH recognizes that unless the plans of this road transit project are transparent and organized, we will no longer support it. So in other words, if we find that there's a lot of sketchy things going on with this project, it's really fuzzy, it's really unsure, and it will be detrimental to undergraduates, we will no longer support this resolution after passage if it does pass tonight. And if it does pass, we will write another resolution saying we no longer support this road project. Our purpose of passing this resolution is that we felt that this is an issue that should have been addressed because it provides a lot of benefits to the undergrads, whether it's providing jobs and also providing an alternative means of getting to and from campus. Now, this is a little printout of a UPass presentation made to the Board of Regents. I don't know if you can see it, but it says that 93% of the students supported the continuation of the UPass. So 93% of the students want an alternative means of getting to and from campus.
UPass.
And this rail project will provide an alternative.
I'm sorry, he has the floor right now, and any other comments on that have to be addressed towards me by raising your hand.
Instead of having students wake up early who live on the leeward side, come to school, get stuck in traffic, to come to campus only to be stuck in even more trouble looking for parking, I don't think that's very beneficial to the students. The time that they spend looking for parking, the time that they spend stuck in traffic could be spent getting tutoring in the library.
Or you could sit on the bus and tutor yourself.
And as a representative body,
read about the rail and learn about it.
We should advocate on behalf of benefits to the undergraduates. And this resolution clearly has a lot of benefits and detriments. And we also recognize that there is a lot of controversy and a lot of, there's a lot of contention with this resolution. And we tried our best to address all of these opposing arguments and these opposing ideas. And that is the main purpose of our be it resolved portions. So if any of you would want to add any more be it resolved as amendments, I highly encourage it. Only if to strengthen our resolution by addressing the counter arguments. We should always address the counter arguments. This is not so much a unilateral resolution because we are addressing the counter arguments. We are recognizing that the mokuna are present during the rail route, and we know that the city is doing whatever responsibilities and they're following proper protocol in dealing with these contradiction. And if you ever have a question regarding the procedures and how and what the city exactly is doing with the mokuna, we have guests here who will address that question.
They couldn't figure it out.
So if you have a question about that, please ask our experts here.
We are the experts.
The sources are colored.
Joke. Applause.
Advisory, just clarification. Is the public able to be called on for any?
Yeah.
All right, we're experts.
You're the presiding officer, so you can.
Just the yes.
You're the presiding officer. You can have anyone speak that you choose.
Senator, your points are contradictory. You just said that there's flaws within the transparency of HART, and then you just said that they have already made plans and procedures in dealing with EV kupuna. That's false. That's false. When you're making contradictions like that, you're clearly not transparent as you say HART should be.
Wait, I'm sorry, again, just to emphasize the way our rules are stated. Any comments or questions need to be referred to me, and then that's how our dialogue is going to continue. And again, just being called on to this what RAC's constitution was. Senator Wong.
I have a question about what Senator Kwan had said earlier. He said that if something sketchy were to happen, how would we find that sketchiness?
Senator Kwan.
Exactly what I meant by sketchy. That is a really sketchy word, but
I don't know. You sound sketchy, man. You sound sketchy.
If there's any violations in proper protocol of the construction of the rail, whether it be the actual construction of it and the unearthing of EV kupuna, if the city does not follow any of those protocols, we would deem it sketchy and we would deem it And again, if you have any questions regarding the procedures, we have people to address those questions.
Not experts.
I understand that everyone has a say on this resolution, but I am willing to give equal time to not only the senators, but also to the public who wants to say, but I really emphasize that we must respect each other's opinion on this matter. Advisor Lee.
I just want to ask those who have come to express your opinions that you be as respectful as they were when they were listening to you give your testimonies.
We're hearing some digging up our EV kupuna.
If you need, at this point, the senators are not digging up EV kupuna.
Oh, hell yeah.
They are complicit with genocide.
So I would ask that you raise your hand. The presiding officer has asked you if you would like to speak to raise your hand, and he's going to acknowledge you. So I would ask you to please be as respectful as this group were when you guys were testifying.
That is exactly how they're giving their respect. When they were speaking, there was various times when they were banging on the table, making it so no one could hear. How come they get well over 2 minutes to talk on how they want to talk, their issues at hand? That is unfair.
After 2 minutes, if that is your question for
okay, so we're gonna start timing every single person then, okay? And then once he's done, we can talk whenever we want.
2 minutes
is that how it is?
If that is the question that you have, address that question to the chair.
Okay, Chair, is that how we are going to proceed?
There isn't for the Senate, there isn't a time rule, but
okay, unfair. So we will not be fair either.
It's the General Senate's responsibility to discuss the issue as long as possible to come up with the best decision.
It's also your responsibility to represent the student body.
It's not. There's no time limit for the General Senate, and I would like you guys to respect that. There's no two-minute time limit, and if you guys speak when that is going on, he is going to pound the gavel because you guys are out of order. That's it.
As well as yourself. Thank you.
No, we're not out of order.
Yes, you are. Out of order.
Your entire.
You broke it.
Senator Bradley.
I would like to motion to move to table the Senate Resolution 713 with the condition that we allow the ability for the student body to more clearly state their point of view through polls, hearings, and etc., which as senators we will carry out through various committees such as the External Affairs and Internal Affairs and whatever other committees we deem necessary.
Yeah.
I believe that's all in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Nay.
Motion carries.
The resolution is tabled, right?
So that's right now that the resolution is tabled. Senator.
Firstly, I'd like to say that for new senators, we're briefed on the procedures for these hearings. So
please allow me to say what I have to say because I don't feel that I was properly briefed to properly represent my constituents. So I have several things that I want to say. Senator Kwan, you mentioned that if the rail showed any sketchy kind of things going on, that you would put a stop to the resolution. Well, sketchy things have already happened. They have already done illegal rigging of, which is why the Supreme Court ruled in that way. So, with that said, this resolution should be moved already. It should be gone. You've heard from 15 total students and 3 student reels in opposition to this. That's a lot of students, given that they have not been properly informed. Which leads me to my next question. How is it that non-ASUH students were aware of this resolution and this hearing about it when our own weren't aware of it? They had to find out through backdoor ways. That seems very biased to me, and I don't think it's fair. Our students need to be properly informed of these things before anyone on the outside gets to have any kind of say in this. Furthermore, I understand there's been a complaint filed against certain senators who have put this forward, and as that has yet been unresolved, because I understand it will be resolved tomorrow evening, this shouldn't even be on the floor. Also, if you're saying that you want the resolution, Senator Khan, the resolution to be majorly for transparency and organization in state or city-run projects, why even include the rail? You could just make a resolution on transparency and organization for projects rather than even include something so controversial. And that's all I have to say.
A point of information, is it okay to continue talking about the reso when we table it?
No, you need to go on to the next agenda item.